A quick recap. Have you heard the claim that food becomes harmful during an eclipse? In science, we investigate these claims using evidence, not opinions. The truth? No physical or biological mechanism makes food harmful in a shadow. Science values evidence over viral myths. Science also values estimation. Exact answers aren't always necessary. Approximate or careful reasoning helps us build intuition and check if results are reasonable. In science, when starting to solve a problem, exact values aren't always necessary. Sometimes a rough estimate is all you need to figure out if a number even makes sense. For example, if you want to estimate how much rice feeds a family of 4 for a whole month, you don't need a perfectly exact number. A specific step-by-step way to logically reason through this rough estimate. Simplify the problem. First, you make a basic assumption that all of the family's daily calorie needs will come from rice alone. Use average baseline values. An average adult requires about 2,000 to 2,500 kilocalories per day. Scale it up logically. By finding out how many calories are in just 100 grams of rice, you can roughly calculate what 4 people would need over a 30-day period to meet those daily calorie needs. The main goal of this rice estimation exercise is not to get a perfectly exact number, but to quickly determine if an answer makes logical sense. Knowing that 100 grams for a month is obviously too little and a few tons is way too much helps you build intuition, detect errors early, and develop confidence in your thinking. Now let us consider another example. Do you know a person breathes nearly 10,000 liters of air every day? We can estimate this using simple reasoning. No calculator needed. Instead of using complex measuring equipment, you can just use approximation. A person takes about 20,000 breaths a day. To find the volume of just one breath, imagine a typical 2-liter rubber party balloon. It takes about 4 to 5 normal breaths to fill it up, meaning one single breath is roughly half a liter. Multiply that out and you can comfortably estimate that you breathe in about 10,000 liters of air every single day. So, why do scientists rely on these rough estimates? Because it helps them build intuition and immediately detect impossible answers or errors. If a complicated calculation mistakenly tells you that you breathe 1,000,000 liters of air a day, your rough estimate proves that is physically impossible unless you are blowing up balloons non-stop. By learning to estimate and make logical comparisons first, scientists catch errors early on and develop deep confidence in their scientific thinking. Estimation builds your intuition and helps you spot massive errors quickly. Finally, as you move through high school, you will see science divided into branches: physics, chemistry, biology, and earth science. But remember, nature doesn't have these boundaries. We only divide them up to organize our learning. In the real world, solving big problems requires all branches working together. Take a COVID-19 safety mask. To understand how it works, you need physics to understand particle motion and the electrostatic attraction that traps tiny droplets. Chemistry to design the specific properties of the polymer fibers that make up the mask's layers. Biology to understand the exact size and behavior of the viruses you are trying to block. and mathematics to model the airflow and calculating the overall filtration efficiency. At its core, science is not just a list of facts to memorize. It is a human activity driven by curiosity, creativity, and collaboration. The scientific thinking you develop now will help you critically evaluate the world around you for the rest of your life. So, grab your magnifying glass and your compass. Happy exploring! End of chapter 1, and let's meet in chapter 2.